Good morning, everybody, and this is your S&P 500 day trade setups for today. So we had the noise come out, and the noise was hawkish. In other words, they're looking for more interest rate hikes, and we plummeted. Now there are two scenarios playing out here. So the first one is obviously this head and shoulders, which has sort of come into play, so we need to pay attention to this area. So 4100, 4110 is the area that you'd be looking for shorts. The next area that I suspect we are aiming for, which was always on the cards to be honest, is 4000. So we're pretty close to this area. We've probably tagged it already. We'll have a look now on the lower time frames, but that is definitely something you need to pay attention to. And then we have a little bit of structure just below that, which would also come into play, which is at 39.50. Okay, so that's kind of the setup. I just want to check where this head and shoulders target is. Remember, I'm not chasing this target, not until we reject higher up. That gives us this bit of structure here, and you can see that also makes a lot of sense. So just keep those levels in, and let's get rid of that one. Right, so from a long-term perspective, from an 8-hour perspective, this is the area we're looking to short off. That's 4100, 4110, looking for a rejection there before we start looking for a move down, and that move down will target 38.94. Until that retest happens, I'm not interested in the structure. It hasn't been validated. Next area, I would expect buyers to start coming in somewhere in this zone here. And what I also want to do here, because it is a fairly decent setup on the Dow, I got that the wrong way around. Oops. Not doing very well this morning, am I? Okay. Right. So depending which leg you take it from, if I take it from this one, then you can see we are at the 50% here, and the 61% Fibonacci is right here at 39.50. So the levels that we've got drawn in also line up with Fibonacci's. So that's something that you do need to pay attention to. It's on the daily. The oscillators are eased off quite nicely, so that's a good indication. When we start drilling down through the lower time frames, you're going to see all the oscillators starting to line up. And looking to the left, you can see where the structure is. So you can see something is going to happen here. Definitely don't want to be chasing shorts here. Only place to be chasing shorts is up here at 41.10. If we drill down to the hour, you see pretty strong moves to the downside. Nice grouping of the oscillators at the moment. Probably another little leg down. I think you need to tag one of these levels and find support. So 4,000 is going to be a fairly interesting scenario. So I am quite willing to take a scalp here at 4,000. I'm very willing to take a scalp here. So what I'm looking for is to see whether this level holds. I'm looking for inside bars, engulfing bars, or pin bars on this level. And then if I see that kind of structure, I'm looking for a break of that structure, which is where my entry will be, and my stop will be just below the level. Now, bear in mind, the institutions do know that us retail traders are eyeing that level because it's a big round number. And you can see, look in the past here, we had almost a whole day that we just flirted around with the level and then broke it and never came back to test it. You can see this is at 4023. Here's 4,000. You can see whole day, boom, 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 and then eventually come down and test it. So this is kind of the structure that we're looking for. And this is the one time that the structure doesn't necessarily have to be exactly on 4,000 because it'll be in this area. So that is what I am waiting for. If we get this kind of price action, you can see confusion on the level and then a nice big engulfing bar over the structure that's formed. So you can see that took out two previous bars and we're on the 15-minute. Entry would be like that. stop below. You can see that's a 200-point entry, and you can see where the next level is, almost 1,000 points away. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is kind of my only setup that I'm interested in at the moment. Unless we miraculously start flying to the upside here, then I'd be looking at 4,100 for a rejection, which would try and validate the head and shoulders, and then that would just bring me all the way back down to 4,000. So that's kind of the view. If we do break through 4,000, then watch out below. Then what I'd be doing is reverse my view, and I'd be looking for the pullback onto the 4,000, rejection of it, and then looking for the shorts. So that's the only two setups that I have for today. Anyway, hope that helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.